I feel like one of the main things that comes to mind is that I feel weird using the word gay and like lesbian. Like to me it feels dirty to say I still feel uncomfortable saying I'm a lesbian. So I say I'm gay because that feels more normal. But even then it feels really dirty to say that. That's kind of what comes to mind immediately.
This is Tess, my sister. She's in high school. I asked her to give me a list of 3 things that she likes, and she said hugs and caramel and Stand By Me, the movie.
I think discrimination against LGBTIQ plus people is a very big issue in today's society.
Just a quick aside, LGBTQI+ is an acronym. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex. The plus designates all of the other identities that fall under the larger community.
And I may be saying that because of bias, but I'm saying that maybe because it is a personal issue.
She's not biased. 61% of the LGBTI youth in Australia have experienced verbal abuse, and 18% have experienced physical abuse.
There's so many examples off the top of my head of how that hatred manifests, particularly just being kicked out of home on the street as a 15-year-old. Just that hurt of your family never loving you back because of something you can't control, something that can't change, and something that isn't a negative thing. It just leads to the obvious things of self-harm, suicide. I've known someone who has killed themselves because of this.
Based on data produced by the National LGBTI Health Alliance, those of the demographic are far more likely than the general population to have engaged in self-harm, and far more likely to have attempted suicide.
And it just sucks because it should never be something where people are driven to that limit. The main issue that enforces this discrimination would have to be ignorance. It just blatantly comes back to ignorance, in my opinion. It comes from people not understanding, like, their views on it, in my opinion. I feel like people will always want to be blindly ignorant. I don't know if I have a very satisfying answer for you, but I think what I've observed is that it can come from exposure to, I think it can come from exposure to people who are different. I found that people have been uncomfortable with me, friends of mine, and they've stopped talking to me because of how I identify. But once you get over the initial shock of, oh, this person is not exactly who I thought they were, they reach this understanding that, no, this is the same person. This is the exact same person. They just like the same gender.